It is better to be temporarily selfish than never to be just. Only conscious suffering is of value. Man is given a limited quantity of experiences. Being economical with them lengthens his life. Know that this house is of value only to those who have recognized their nothingness and who believe it in the possibility of changing. Here we can only direct and create conditions, but not help. Remember that here work is not done for work's sake, but as a means. Like what it does not like. Conscious love evokes the same in response. Emotional love evokes the opposite. Physical love depends on type and polarity. Faith of consciousness is freedom. Faith of feeling is slavery. Faith of body is stupidity. Hope of consciousness is strength. Hope of feeling is a cowardice. Hope of body is disease. Hope of body is disease. Only he can be impartial who is able to put himself into the position of others. We can only strive to be able to be Christians. I love him who loves work. Judge others according to yourself and you will seldom be mistaken. Consider what others think of you, not what they say. If you are not critical by nature, it's useless for you to remain here. He who has got rid of the disease tomorrow has the possibility to attain what he is here for. If you already know what is wrong and do it, you commit a sin that is difficult to redress. The chief means of happiness in this life is the ability to consider outwardly always, inwardly never. One of the strongest motives for the wish to work on yourself is the realization that you may die at any moment, only you must first realize this. Man is refreshed not by the quantity, but by the quality of sleep. Sleep little without regret. The highest that a man can attain is to be able to do. Here there are neither English nor Russians, Jews nor Christians, but only those following one aim, to be able to be. Take the understanding of the East and the knowledge of the West, and then seek. Only he who can take care of the property of others can have his own. Remember yourself always and everywhere. A good man loves his father and mother. Help him only who strives not to be an idler. Love not art with your feelings. Respect all religions. Judge no one according to the tales of others. Blessed is he who hath a soul. Blessed is he who hath none. Woe and sorrow to him who hath it in conception. The worse the conditions of life, the greater the possibility for productive work, provides you to work consciously. The energy expended in active inner work is immediately transformed into new energy. That expended in passive work is lost forever. Practice love on animals first. They react better and much sensitively. There is only one kind of magic, and this is doing. All energy spent on conscious work is an investment that spent mechanically is lost forever. must destroy our buffers. Children have none. Therefore, we must become like little children. We attract forces according to our being. Humanity is the earth nerve endings, through which planetary vibrations are received for transmission. Everything in the universe has a place in a scale. No energy is ever lost in the cosmic scheme. 1/20 of all our energy goes to the emotional and instinctive centers. Self-remembering is a lamp which must be kept alight by energy from those two centers. Our thinking center is not really a center, but an apparatus for collecting impressions. Formatory apparatus resembles a hired typist who works for a firm and has a large number of stereotyped replies for external impressions. She sends printed replies to other centers who are the directors of the firm and who are strangers to each other. Wrong replies are often sent, as the typist is asleep or lazy. In deep sleep, all communication between centers is closed. Our sleep is bad because we do not cut off lines of communication. We have good and bad angels. The good angels work by way of our voluntary active nature, and the bad through our passive nature. Mr. Self-Love and Madame Vanity are the two chief agents of the devil. Do not be affected by externals. In themselves, they are harmless. It is we who allow ourselves to be hurt by them. We never reach the limits of our strength. If we do what we like doing, we are immediately rewarded by the pleasure of doing it. If we do what we don't like doing, the reward must come later. It is a mathematical law, and all life is mathematics. Man is a symbol of the laws of creation. In him there is evolution, involution, struggle, progress, and retrogression. Struggle between positive and negative, active and passive, yes and no, good and evil. Men have their minds and women their feelings more highly developed. Either alone can give nothing. Think what you feel and feel what you think. Fusion of the two produces another force. For some people, religion is useful, but for others, it's only a policeman. We are sheep kept to provide wool for our masters, who feeds us and keep us as slaves of illusion. But we have a chance of escape, and our masters are anxious to help us. But we like being sheep, it is comfortable. He who can love can be. He who can be can do. He who can do is. Sincerity is the key to self-knowledge, and to be sincere with oneself brings great suffering. Sleep is very comfortable, but waking is very better. Free will is the function of the master within us. Our will is the supremacy, the one desire over another. Eastern art has a mathematical basis. It is a script with an inner and outer content. In Persia, there is a room in a monastery which makes one weep owing to a mathematical combination of different parts of its architecture. Real art is knowledge and not talent. An ordinary man has no master. He is ruled now by the mind, now by the feelings, and now by the body. Often the orders come from the automatic apparatus, and still more, often he is ordered by the sex center. Real will can only be when one eye rules, when there is a master in the house. Morality is a stick with two ends. It can be turned this way and that. From the time when man began to live on the earth, from the time of Adam onwards, there started to be formed within him, with the help of God, of nature, and of all his surroundings, an organ, whose function is conscience. Every man has this organ, and whoever is guided by it automatically lives according to God's commandments. If our conscience were clean and not buried, there would be no need to speak about morality, for consciously or unconsciously, everyone would behave according to God's commandment. Unfortunately, conscience is covered up with a kind of crust which can be pierced only by the intense suffering. Then conscience speaks, but after a while, man calms down, and once more the organ becomes covered over and buried. You should forget about morality. Conversation about morality are simply empty talk. Your aim is inner morality. External morality is different everywhere. You should understand and establish it as a firm rule, not to pay attention to other people's opinions. You must be free of people surrounding you, and when you are free inside, you will be free of them. To be just at the moment of action is 100 times more valuable than to be just afterwards. To gain anything real, long practice is necessary. Try to accomplish very small things first. There are two kinds of doing, automatic and doing what you wish. Take a small thing which you wish to do and cannot do, and make this your God. Let nothing interfere. If you wish, you can. Without wishing, you never can. Wish is the most powerful thing in the world. To bear the manifestation of others is a big thing, the last thing for a man. In the river of life, suffering is not intentional. In conscious life, suffering is intentional and of great value. To love, one must first forget all about love. Make it your aim and look for direction. As we are, we cannot possibly love. Until a man uncover himself, he cannot see. Remember, you come here having already understood the necessity of struggling with yourself, only with yourself. Therefore, thank everyone who gives you the opportunity. By teaching others, you will learn yourself. You should understand and establish it as a firm rule, not to pay attention to other people's opinions. You must be free of people surrounding you. And when you are free inside, you will be free of them. To be just at the moment of action is 100 times more valuable than to be just afterwards. To gain anything real, long practice is necessary. Try to accomplish very small things first.